You're listening to the Media Man Dan podcast. Let's rock! What's up, guys, and welcome to the Media Man Dan podcast. Today I have the incredible band with me, Scarlet, Siren. We got all three ladies that love to rock. I appreciate you for being here, and all these ladies absolutely will rock your world. So stick with us as we talk about music, life, anything else that comes up, cats, making music, remixes, babies doing this. There's so many things that happen behind the scenes. You should go and check out the Patreon. $5. It's a foot long. It's Subway. You got to get the exclusive content. It's more worth it. Either way, guys, it's so nice to have you here. Every single one of you is absolutely amazing to me. I love your sound. I love your style. I love your music. I can't wait to hear what's going to come up next. But I want to thank Fan for joining us for this one because I have so many questions that she's going to be just bombarded with from the first interview. So, first of all...
Okay. I'm prepared. I'm preparing myself.
Here we go, Fan. All right. What is your favorite holiday?
Oh, God, my favorite holiday. Let's see. Well, that's kind of a hard one. Well...
Flag Day?
Yeah, that's it. Flag Day. Dang it. I would have to say, I'd have to say Halloween because it's not, I mean, yes, of course, it's the scary movies, it's the costumes, it's the parties and stuff, but it also is just kind of like the real beginning of all the holidays. You know, it's kind of like the first of the many awesome holidays because it's like Halloween starts and then it's Thanksgiving, then Christmas, then Yes. And then New Year's Eve. So like all the fun holidays happen then. I mean, like nothing against Easter. You know.
Absolutely.
And I love watching scary movies. I like getting scared and I love doing, over where I live, they have this new haunted house and it's actually really cool. So it's a maze and apparently there was this gigantic virus that went around and now everybody's a zombie and you have to get out of the maze as fast as you can. Because all of the zombies end up attacking you. And every hour later that it stays, the faster the zombies run. And you end up getting this belt. It's like flag football where they pull the flags and that's your like life or whatever. Yeah. It's in Dos Lagos. It's really cool.
This is in reality? Like people can run faster?
This is in real life.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like literally like 10 minutes away from my house. It's really cool.
So do they like set up a pace for like all the zombies to start running and they're like, all right, this is normal. Now they're going to run this fast. Now they're going to run this fast.
It's literally every hour. So if it starts at 6 o'clock, then they walk like normal zombies. Then 7 o'clock, they kind of power walk. 8 o'clock, they start jogging. And then right towards the end, they are booking it for you and they do not care. And there's like places like little cubbies you can find where you can have like a weapon or something to like throw at them. It's freaking fucking nuts.
These are fucking athletes that they are assigning to this role. I love this idea.
Exactly.
I always thought of like the haunted house as just the people that go boo, and that was all.
Exactly. I did it with my brother a couple of years ago, and I found out that, you know, my older brother, like, yeah, we just went opposite directions. We were like, see ya. So the end of the world was going to happen. We pretty much have decided that we're just...
You get your own bunker.
Nice knowing you.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
See you wherever we end up.
All right. This is going to be another nostalgic question for the first interview again. Are you a jazz musician?
I'm not. Well, technically, I'm not. Okay, so all right. So here's the deal. This is going to probably go into other questions that you're going to ask. So
Perfect.
I will start it off here. I surprisingly am not a metal singer. I've never been a metal singer until I met these girls. So
What?
I know, shock, surprise. No, if you listen to the music, you can obviously hear that, like, I can sing, but I've never really done metal until I met the girls. So I've been singing and doing all genres since I was 20.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the genres I did is when I lived in Florida, I know. I was playing in a jazz bar and singing jazz standards for like a couple of times a week. So I sang jazz, but I've never been in jazz.
Every single one of you has had something to do with jazz. It's absolutely insane. The amount of like coincidence that you guys have just happened to all have a past in some sort of jazz. That's wild.
And I used to dance jazz hands.
Jazz hands.
Sorry, I'm done. I'm sorry.
No, I love that you dance, and everybody that doesn't follow Fan on social media, you are missing out. She has some incredible, I would say, somewhat rants, somewhat just like inspirational quotes, some witchcraft humor. I don't know what's going on today. I thought that was one of the funniest posts. Yes. She's got great humor. Absolutely amazing. Perfect person to follow. Follow everybody that's here right now. I'm going to put all of their ats on the screen somewhere or another. Dan, do it. I know you're going to do it. Don't skip that part, Dan. You know how to edit this. Don't do it. I talk to myself in the future. That's how I do things.
Do it.
One thing we do know about Fan, if any man is wanting to look to win her heart, she loves puns.
I do.
She's super punny. Like, loves anything to do with a pun.
I do.
Puns.
It's really bad.
I thought you said skunks at first, and I was like, oh my god, that's an interesting thing. I like baby skunks.
I love dad jokes and pun jokes. They're my favorite.
Oh, dad jokes. Okay, hold on.
What's brown and sticky?
Okay, go for it.
What's brown and sticky?
What's brown and sticky?
A stick.
I go.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. What do you call a bee that produces milk?
I have no idea.
Boobies.
Hold on.
Thank you, Rachel, for that.
All right. So, what do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals? Philippe Philip.
Wow.
Okay. My bad
That's
joke.
the way to my heart. It
My-
really is.
This is a horrible joke. Fan, get ready. This is gonna make you cringe. It's gonna make you cry. Maybe this is the way that I wanted to start up. If I ever did stand up, this is the first joke of the entire set.
So invested.
My name is Dan. I've been called a dry comedian. So just for you guys tonight, I'm gonna get a little wetter. There you go. That's it. There's the killer.
Good.
The crickets in the room.
I would have been invested in your entire stand-up set.
Yes. You would have walked out. That's it.
Or my favorite one, too. There's a guy who walks into a bar. Ouch.
Classic.
Yes!
Classic.
I can't do the other jokes. They're not appropriate. So.
Oh, for the
Really
love of
funny.
God.
I just can't
Th-
remember.
th-
There's
perfect.
one that's like, what? No. What condiment goes great? Nope. I'm being one of those people.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Rachel.
Wow.
What fish goes great with peanut butter?
What
A
goes?
jellyfish.
Oh, what fish goes great with peanut butter?
A
Gotcha.
jellyfish.
No, it's perfect. That's a
Moving on.
SpongeBob
I
connection.
sego there.
Okay. Now segueing into SpongeBob. What is one of your favorite TV shows? Did I talk about this with you guys last time? I don't think so. Yes, I did. Okay.
Oh.
I did cover it by the end. Okay, cool. 'Cause,
So the question is, what's my favorite TV show, or are we talking about my favorite TV show when I was a child?
younger
or when
years, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh God. Let's see. God, I gotta think about this. When I was a kid.
Remember when you were a child?
I know, in the before time. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's see. Okay, favorite show when I was a kid. I know this is really hard because we used to watch a lot of TV. Okay, I used to love Legends of the Hidden Temple. I always wanted to go on that, but I was not smart enough. I am now, not then. That's great. I used to watch Fox's Peter Pan and the Pirates. Okay, so real quick, let me just make this perfectly clear. I am much older than everybody in this band.
That's not
so whenever
possible.
I make, well, it is, because every time I say something, yeah, I know, but you don't know Fox's Peter Pan and the Pirates?
I've never heard of that in my life.
Really?
I've never heard of it.
Wow.
Do you know the
Maybe.
Do you know the play Peter Pan that was
With Mary Martin?
With Mary Martin? There you go. I watched that on
Yes, and
VHS
Kathy
all
Rigby.
the time.
Yes, that's a jam. Sorry,
Such
I'm a big
good-
musical theater fan as well.
Fantastic. That's also
All right,
a pun,
so
unintended.
I'm the youngest of three, and I have two older brothers. So I watched a lot of guy cartoons. So the Batman, it was on Fox. It was the Adventures of Batman. Oh, I can't remember.
Ooh.
But it was with Mark Hamill as the Joker.
Oh, yeah, no, that was the 90s. That was
Yeah.
just Batman the Animated Series.
That's what it is. Batman the Animated Series. And then we used to watch Transformers, Jem, because she's truly, truly outrageous. Yeah. Yeah, so those are cartoons that I used to watch growing up. So there we go.
How about this? Captain Planet?
Yes!
There you go.
He's a hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero. Sorry. Buy our album.
I got it. There we go. See,
Oh,
I had to set that child free inside of you. They were just holding back from remembering great things.
Oh, and where in the world is Carmen San Diego?
There you go.
Carmen San Diego. What? Sorry.
You bring up one word, and it's just a whole song. It's just like, oh, you're free, 'cause I'm free.
We do that all the time. We're those people.
Yeah, love it. Oh my God, we have so much energy in the room. This is amazing, but I know that Rachel has only a limited time, so I want to ask some questions for Rachel. First of all, what have you been working on? Because you were involved in Breaking Serenity's main project last year, Letter from a Pandemic. What is going on this year?
It's a really good question, Dan. No, honestly, I've really just been focusing on my family. But other than that, I have been writing, redoing a lot more with our band. We were working on a new song, which we played at a show, and then we're deciding to rework it too, because we want to make it a little bit different. And then we're working on writing other stuff, but mostly just for us. The stuff that I did with Breaking Serenity, I actually had done before. Actually, no, that's not true. I did rewrite some stuff. No, that's true. I did add to like Hypocrite.
Yeah. Your mix
so yeah,
on
some of the
Hypocrite
stuff
is my favorite. I mean, they did do the
I know, I
remix
like it
that they
too.
just released this year, but I loved it. Like
Yeah.
when Nico showed me the
there's this
original. Yeah.
There's this one part in the song that I wrote, and I literally did it on the fly. And he's like, "Hey, we're gonna play this together." I was like, "Okay, well, you're recording." He's like, "You're recording this date." I was like, "Okay, well, let me come over and let's just work on it together," because I needed his help knowing what some of the chord progressions were. And I went to his house and I just started playing something, and it's when the vocalist does the I don't know the words. Make me your enemy.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah, Jackie's so good at that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
so there's a part I play there. It's like I'm following that lead a little bit,
Mhm.
but my left is doing this big. It's a big thing, and it's one of my favorite things I've ever written. And I know I'm following the vocalist, but initially there was a different vocalist on the song, and she didn't do it as sweeping as
Yep.
Jackie did it. And the reason it got, I think, more sweepy, toot toot, I think is the way I played it. And it's one of my favorite things I've ever written. I've written a lot of great things. I wrote some really cool things in my old band. I've written a lot of really great things with Scarlet Siren. And I kind of feel bad that one of my favorite things is with not even my band, but it helped me think of to do other things with us too. So that was one of my favorite parts that I've written. But this year so far, I can't believe we're already halfway into it. I'm still trying to figure out the balance of everything, but we've just been working on our stuff, tightening our stuff up. I'm just, mostly that. I've been kind of trying to get my old chops back too. I've actually been playing more at home with my classical stuff because I haven't played a lot in the last few years, and I've just been really trying to personally get my chops back. The best I ever was at was I was like 19 years old, and that was when I was like at my best. I feel like we all kind of were at that point musically. Yeah. But I'm kind of trying to get back to more of my technique and more of that to kind of, I don't know, to help me write differently too, because it's so easy, I feel like, as a trained musician, as a trained piano player, to get locked in this box of these are the rules and this is how it should be played. And it's funny that I'm playing my classical stuff, but it helps me to know, oh, I can do this and I can break that rule, and just to kind of build those chops back up. So it's kind of what I've been doing.
I think you should go full Owl City with it. Just absolutely insane keyboard work.
Oh my god, just all twinkles.
In a bedroom with 3 cameras around. Like, I still can't believe how big that dude was. He's still big right now, but like that song Fireflies, like, it changed the world of keyboardists.
I heard it again the other day in the grocery store.
Right? Oh, that hurts so bad to hear. It's like now it's old people music.
Then I heard it, and I heard it. So I'm like, oh my god, they're playing this song, and it was the Fireflies. It's still a thing. Even kids today know that song.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Today,
My
dad, we listened to a band called Owl City.
once. Just once.
They were on the DLC of Guitar Hero.
Okay, thank you.
You can get it on the LimeWire.
Thank you for bringing up Guitar Hero. I forgot to ask
Was
Fan...
LimeWire?
Exactly, Guitar Hero.
I forgot to ask her, what is better, Rock Band or Guitar Hero? That was the biggest debate for the whole interview.
Okay, so if I'm playing by myself, I mean, well, I don't know. It just depends on the group of people I'm with. Like if I was with my band, Rock Band would be a lot of fun because we can end up just like switching around and stuff like that.
Bro, we got that in the attic.
Why do you sound like a murderer? Dude, we got that in the attic.
It's under
Go
the
look
dead
up
body.
there.
We left it up
It's with
there.
our Ouija board and Annabelle.
It's like the Black Christmas house up there. It's just like you got a dead body just sitting in the window.
Exactly. Okay. So if I had to choose, I would choose, honestly, I'd do Guitar Hero. I just like it. It reminds me of the old days because that's what I used to do. But I would like to play Rock Band with the band, except like I want to play drums because it's just you just have to hit the colors. Exactly. And Katie can sing. Exactly. That's why I would want to do Rock Band, is so that as us musicians we can switch everything, and I just have to like hit colors as opposed to poke. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. You can't do drums because you play drums on Guitar Hero already, and you were a drummer in high school with me. You play guitar and you've played bass in a band. The only one you haven't done is sing, so you have to be the vocalist.
You can do I Believe in a Thing Called Love.
That song is so hard. The high-pitched voice that you have to do with the falsetto. Oh my god. I was watching First to 11 cover that recently. It was interesting.
It's funny when you're trying to follow the vocals. So you're like, because you're just seeing the lines like do this. You're like, because I'm free falling. Because you're just following that stupid lines.
I had this ancient game called High School Musical Sing It when I grew up, and High School Musical Sing It. Do you remember any of that?
Yes.
So I was such a High School Musical stan, which I still am. If you can see it behind my head here.
It was technically when it came out, I watched it, but it was not cool for people to know
Yeah,
if you
right?
liked it.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I was so
We were
specific.
when that came out.
That was when Zac Efron had ugly teeth.
2006.
Yeah. See, that was our senior year.
fixed. And now he's delicious.
And now he's doing like an affair movie with an
He's
older lady.
delicious.
It's funny.
He's delicious.
He got a little bit of surgery because he had a car accident. I saw that recently, but yeah.
I
He does-
noticed he was, did he have like stuff? I didn't know he had an accident.
Yeah, apparently. I did not know either. I'm a big fan of him. I liked him in The Greatest Showman. I liked him singing again. That was one of the best performances from him. But yeah, so High School Musical Sing It. They had harmonies that were written, but they weren't the ones on the soundtrack. And I would get so pissed because I was a super, stan of this entire franchise. And so I was like, Mom, I sang the harmony. I swear to God, I know the harmony. I sang it exactly like Troy. How did I fail this song? This isn't fair. And like, that's
They're
exactly.
booing me.
That's how it was. It was like impossible to get a perfect score if you sang exactly like the soundtrack. I was like, this is unbelievable. What kind of game is this?
That's false advertisement. That's like I've been practicing this for like 30 times watching this movie. What do you mean it's wrong?
My life is lit up to this. I
Disney.
did like those movies.
This
I
is
got
my
to
one
see
and
like a
only
little
purpose.
private showing of the third one like a long time ago. But
A
Yeah, you
private
dragged me to it.
showing.
no. Okay, so back in the day, my husband worked at a movie theater, and he got to build the movies because
Okay.
everything was going digital, but they still had the film. So he.
Yeah.
So he had to build the movies. Well, he also had to screen them to make sure, it was all made correctly. And God, he was doing this, 3 or 4 in the morning, but when you weren't in the movies. So he'd be like, hey, want to come watch High School Musical 3 with me? I'm like, yeah, sure. You just can't tell anyone because it hasn't been released yet. I got to see the last 3 Harry Potter movies that way, which was, I'm alone in a theater at like 2 or 3 in the morning and I'm watching Harry Potter by myself. Like I about pissed my pants. And I got to watch High School Musical 3. I'm like, oh my God, senior year. And then even though it was, I was like 20. No, yeah. So I remember seeing that one, and I was one of those that I liked him, but I never told anybody I did because it wasn't.
have those guilty pleasures.
I never really
can't
liked
be a
Gabriella.
guilty
She always
pleasure.
talked like that.
It's just so good. The music, it holds up so well. Like I for my whole mix playing in the lobby because we had power outages here and there. I put the entire all 3 soundtracks of High School Musical between main pop songs.
Yes!
No one cared, and I had Start of Something New, Get Your Head in the Game, I Don't Dance, Scream. Even nobody came up and was like, "Hey, what is this?" And I mean, it just fits. It's still poppy. It's still good, and the production's
I get
amazing.
it. Yeah.
Amazing.
I unfortunately watched all the Camp Rocks too. So,
Oh. Did you
I
like
did.
the
Camp Rock.
The only thing I know about Camp Rock, well, there's 2 things specifically. Demi Lovato looked like she was going to pee, and Joe Jonas and Nick Jonas were still in their I have a puberty voice age. So, all of their, those vocal flips were terrible.
What was it like? What was it like?
Yeah, it was
Thank you.
exactly. It was like an anime orgasm. It was just terrible. Just so bad.
No, I heard what was it? No, it was like a YouTube or Yahoo. God, that sounds so old. They got the news on the Yahoo on the homepage. Yeah, dude. No, I was at work one day and I went on the internet to log into everything, and there's a little article that was all like, "Did you know Demi Lovato in Camp Rock was had cocaine? They made her do cocaine so she would be super active in Camp Rock." I was like, "What?"
That adds up.
It was crazy.
The words and views expressed by the guests are not the views of Disney Man Dan, because I want to remember my childhood as like make sure it's never been tainted
Untainted.
until after I was an adult. But
Oh,
speaking of
100%.
being an adult, you were talking about High School Musical 3. I was in high school when High School Musical 3 came out. I was so upset for my brain. I don't know what it was. I was so upset to see armpit hair in a Disney movie because I had never seen that before. And I was just like, oh, that's gross. Is that what's going to happen to me? Like, I was a freshman, so I was like, oh my gosh, why would they keep that in? I thought this was for children. Like, I thought it was some kind of like pubic hair for men or something. Like, crazy shit,
You gotta be
dude.
realistic, dude.
Oh my god.
He was so sweaty and it was gross. I was like, ew, Zach, why? Come on, you were so
Great at it.
clean. You looked great in bed on it, dude. Just keep the shirt on, please. Oh my god.
So, did you? Okay, I know you're interviewing us. This is the last question about
No,
it.
hit me.
If you're a big fan, did you watch the High School Musical, the series?
I hate Olivia Rodrigo. I hate her
I like
so
the. I
much.
forget her name. I like the other chick that was like her understudy and stuff.
I like any time they brought Chad in. That's the only scenes that I would ever have anything
Oh my
to
god,
do
he was
with.
such a douche. It was fantastic.
That's why it's
They
the
brought him
best.
on. Yeah, he's like, okay, I need you guys to stand here. I'm like, you're in my light.
I
Chad.
never watched it because the title alone makes
too
you
long.
immediately just go, nope.
No, the
High
title.
School Musical, the musical, the musical, the musical, the musical of the show.
It's
It's
just
like saying like it's my brother's, cousins, uncles, sisters, moms. It's just you've already lost me. And
It's-
then Olivia Rodrigo's in it. So we're on the
Exactly. But it's also a day to remember the show because it's a metalcore title. Like it's so long that you can't put it in one little space. You're gonna have to do that address 2 area to get through the whole title. And that's why I'm like the poor kids that have to come up with this acronym for it. It's not gonna be perfect at all. This is gonna be annoying as hell. HSM, simple. High School Musical. Never touch it. Also, I hated Glee, so I'm kind of an asshole.
I liked the music, but I didn't. It wasn't one of those things where it's like, oh my god, I have to watch it every week, and I'm a gleek, whatever it is. But yeah, no, I'm with you guys.
Okay, but gleeking is like when you spit when you talk, though.
Thank you. Dictionary.com over here.
Right?
Wait.
Well, that's
No.
what they're called. They're called gleeks, like because they're geeks for glee.
Yeah, but gleek is literally when you spit when you talk.
That's another reason why the show was a bad idea.
I can't watch Glee without thinking of that movie Role Models because the principal and then like the lady that was running the daycare thing or whatever was like have you seen that movie?
I have not.
With who was Ant-Man?
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd. Yeah, he was in it. And then that lady that was like the principal of Glee, she did like the little hot dog thing. She's like, oh, like,
Jane Lynch? Oh wait, no, she's the gym teacher.
yeah, Jane Lynch, dude. She's like, what does this remind you of? I can't. I watched that first, and then I'm watching Glee. I'm like, I can't. I'm done. I watched one episode.
That's once again tainting. See, like kids that grew up on Glee, they're thinking like, oh, this is a good show for the kids, and it had the drama and adult stuff. It was still like family friendly. It wasn't too intense, and so like you're thinking of that as a rated R comedy, and you're going right in, and you're like, wait, what? That's like finding out anger is Lewis Black, and like listening to Lewis Black as like a 6-year-old, and you're like, oh my god, anger is very angry.
That's exactly what's happening. 100%. 100%.
Killer. Okay, so out of High School Musical, out of everything. All right, Rachel, any more questions? Because I want to make sure that you get your time.
My question?
Yes, keep going. It doesn't bother me at all to be questioned by my
You put me
guests.
on the spot. I don't even know.
Yeah, I know, right? I guess we can do red or blue. Which
What?
one's cooler?
Is it what? Wait, what'd you say?
Red or blue? Which one's cooler?
Wait, I just did
I
it.
do like the blue. I'll say the blue is cool. Also, I thought this was like some kind of chili pepper. I thought this was a chili pepper originally. I was like, what is this thing going on down here?
Or like a shrimp.
Like a shrimp.
Scarlet shrimp.
The shrimp of the sirens. No, the blue is cool. It's really I like it. I like the blue. The red is really cool. The red stands
Red's
out.
Traditional.
Yeah, the red is tratty. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
Traddy.
Esther.
We're shutting you down.
I saw it on English.
Shutting you down.
Okay. I like the red. I really, really like the blue. I like them both. The gray is really neat. The gray turned out better than I thought it would.
Ooh.
The gray is pretty neat. It's like a light gray, so it's a little bit of color. I don't know. They're both cool though.
What do you
What do you think?
I'd say okay. So personally, now that I've seen the blue, I'm like maybe I should get a blue one. But if you said gray is cool, I might have to get all three. I mean, I have to collect them all. This is a Pokemon game now.
Yes.
It's like a starter Pokemon.
It's exactly.
Green one.
You should have. All right, that's the next one.
By the way,
Yeah.
who chose the trident as the as the logo? That was you. That was you. Okay, so you have shrimp and trident. That's pretty good.
Is that the
Can
name of a
you-
restaurant?
No, can you take like just as self-aware as possible and put like Sebastian from The Little Mermaid holding the trident
Like,
inside of
on-
the shrimp?
On the trident.
Yes, exactly.
Just like skewered.
Yes.
Have like a hidden flounder on the back.
Hidden Mickeys.
A hidden scuttle. It can't be any like.
Wow, wow, wow.
Exactly. We'll have it be scuttle.
As long as it's not scuttlebutt, we're okay.
Exactly.
It's just we were actually talking to people that create this company that created logos, and for the most part they didn't really have. They were great. They put together what we wanted, but they didn't really have their own ideas because that was a problem. We didn't have ideas of what to make for a logo, and then we were just kind of shooting it back and forth of like, what do you think of like a mermaid? Oh, a mermaid's a little too Starbucks. Okay, well, what about a mermaid tail? A lot of them are skeletons. Like, oh, that's a little on the nose, a little Halloween. But then I thought of a trident, and the way it looked was weird. But then I liked the trident, like undertone that it has 3 prongs when there was the 3 women that created this band. And
There we go. Perfect
exactly.
connection.
So like yes, the boys have really, blood, sweat, and tears into this band as well. We are still like the foundation of it, right? And so I feel like that's the trident kind of secret message is like the 3 of us and the creators of it. So
Yes.
and then I thought the mermaid tail was cool.
Well,
And swishy. Katie actually kind of designed it going around like this, and then she gave it to the dudes and be like, make it look cool.
The dude.
And they put the kind of distressed looking things and the scales looking pretty cool. But again, we chose the colors and
It's
it's
a
different.
headless
It's different
or-
than a lot of
It's a bodiless mermaid. It's just got
pretty
the
much.
fin.
It's got hips. it's got hips.
It's got hips. The hips don't
It's
lie.
got hips. You're right there. Right there. There's the hips with the little
That's hilarious.
little bit of spine. It got cut
Oh God, it's gory.
like a sandwich.
Wow.
Yeah.
Les poissons, les poissons. Oh, I love les poissons.
That's salt and pepper. I know that person. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Definitely
Okay,
Stampy.
so it all makes sense because I was like, all right, Siren. I'm obviously thinking of like, noise making as opposed to the
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We went back to SpongeBob somehow. I love that. But yeah, so it does connect to the mermaid part of Siren. That makes so much more sense. Trident being involved with that's all perfect. Okay, cool. But still, Sebastian, Flounder, Scuttle, anything you can throw in. Just
We'll make a version just for you.
I think it's a good
no.
idea.
It
Yeah.
could be the kid
It's wonderful.
version. It could be the kid version.
We can make a kids line.
A kid's line, yeah. I mean, your songs are not what? You're not too explicit most of the time. It's just a little
No.
heavy.
One song where it goes, can I say that word on here?
Oh my fucking God, are you serious? Come on
Well-
now.
Well, we have one song where it's like, and the fuck! And like, that's the one song. I don't think we have cussing everywhere else.
No, we don't have cussing in any of our stuff because that was something that Raul and I talked about lyric wise because we read the lyrics to the songs. I was told one time that when somebody is cursing, it's an ignorant mind trying to express itself.
Ooh. Deep.
And I really liked that. And don't get me wrong, I am a huge Like,
Sailor.
I have a gigantic sailor mouth. Like, don't even get me started. However, when I want to get a point across in a song, I feel like there are other ways that I can do it outside of cursing. Sometimes it's called for, and sometimes, like, I mean, half the music I listen to, there's like a million fucks, and it feels really good to do that.
Yes.
But right. But the reason why we had the fuck in that was because the original bass player that we had, he kept messing up his particular part.
Okay.
Just forgetting it. Yeah, he kept forgetting. And one time we were in practice, and exactly at that moment, it was da 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 do 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 da 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 fuck in the middle of practice. It was just that, and we all started laughing because it was on tempo, and we're like, oh my god, how funny would that be if we put it in the song or we did it live? And that's how Diffuse Default got its own curse word.
Literally my favorite song, and I love that that's the story. I thought you were going to say he stubbed his toe.
No, he just was getting really annoyed that he couldn't remember it, and he was just fuck.
And it just fit. It just fit the angst of the song, you could say. The feel for the
And
song.
it's like such on a downbeat. It's like, and there's nothing happening there typically. It's just this da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, really cool little thing. And so you just have this really like, and it works. And because with our new bass player, we played it and it didn't happen. And all of us looked at each other. We're like, it needs to be there.
We got to keep the fuck.
Katie was like, you got to do it. And then we had to teach Mario how to do it, which was weird.
Yeah.
Because he's playing this riff. Oh my gosh, it was funny. But
I am so excited to hear this story. This is amazing. Because like I said before, we had so much like connections that we're coming up with as we go. And we already got the Siren. We already got the Trident. We already went through the Little Mermaid. You were talking about swearing like a sailor. Sometimes we want to sing Fathoms Below. Sometimes you don't have to use the curse words. I'm just going to keep quoting The Little Mermaid for some reason today. That's what I'm going to do. Maybe The Little Mermaid 2 sometime. I don't know. But either way, this is amazing. An amazing connection overall. I'm so happy to hear this story because it's funny to me to hear anything that goes on behind the scenes of songs like Green Day's, what was it? Good Riddance. That's where Billy Joe goes fuck. And it's like, yeah, it's because it has to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think we also are trying to make it like, even though we know it's not going to be played on the typical radio, so we didn't have to have radio versions and explicit versions, and it's one of the things that I'm making you hold the mic for me. I'm sorry. Kind of the way we talk on social media too. I don't particularly wanted a lot of cursing, and I know a lot of people do, and sometimes it's called for sure.
Yeah.
But it can get really distracting, and to me it can take away from even just announcing a show. I don't know, it just takes away from it a little bit for me. So it's just kind of being professional but being fun too. And I think you're right with the music. You're talking about more getting it across. But then there's some music where it calls for, like, it's really called for in Diffuse Default and really called for that. So sometimes it works. But there's times I'm getting to a point now, my baby, where she's getting old enough. A lot of the music I listen to, I'm like, I can't keep playing this. Yeah. Because it's like
the morality's kicking in.
Like I can't. And it's not just a shit or an ass. You know, it's F this, F that, F this. It's just like, okay, all right, guys. So so I don't know, but I like the music that does it too.
Exactly.
So it's not that I'm like shitting on it.
Well, no, it's like even Breaking Serenity's song "Hypocrite." The fact that like it starts out just this really like, oh, you do, it is this really nice echo, and then it's just like, fuck you, you fucking hypocrite, and it just every time that comes on, you see everybody, including us in the crowd, just be like, yeah, like. You get so into it. So like it's absolutely called for a lot of songs.
Yes.
But even for me as the singer in the band, obviously I don't scream. Mario does and Raul does. So I don't really want to be singing like fuck you, you fucking hypocrite. Like it just sounds weird. So
Never heard you sing like that.
you fucking hypocrite. Skilly bop bop shit bop.
I was going to say it almost sounded like Idina Menzel for a little bit. Adele Nazim for a little bit there, yes.
Oh, exactly. Adele Dazim.
Adele Dazim.
I have like 3 minutes left for myself. I've already gone a little bit over.
There we go.
So just like, I just got a couple minutes left.
No
and then
problem.
Katie will actually, speak and we won't keep talking over her.
No. She's gonna be in the spotlight. She was the reason that we talked the first time. So she gets all of the love at the end. You can save the best for last. There you go. Literal spotlight on Katie. I love it. Literal spotlight. Absolutely love it. Okay, but yeah. Okay, Rachel, last question for you. Now that you are a mom, now that you're taking care of another baby, or this is your first time, right?
Yeah, but I do babysit my nephews as well. But yeah, this is
Okay.
my first baby. My baby.
How is it with your sleep schedule? This is the most challenging thing for most parents. What have you learned as someone who's been in a band that, might stay up until 3 in the morning to get the right song perfectly recorded? You're like, oh, this isn't too hard because it's the same time, right?
So here's it's funny that you asked that because the last interview we did, my baby slept through the night.
Mm-hmm.
I was one of those that at 7 weeks old, she started sleeping through the night and did until a couple months ago when the teething really, really, really started. And then it's like awake every couple hours. And it's like, oh my God, I'm not working at the moment. It's like, except watching babysitting my nephews. I'm like, how am I functioning? Like, I can't function. Then I have band practice and I'm just like, can't see straight. But no, and it's gotten worse where there's times that she's only asleep for 30 minutes and I'm seeing every hour on the clock and it's been rough, but there's sometimes she's fine. I know once I get through this part, it's going to get easier. But what I've learned is I can do my best. I can make her kind of on my schedule. So most kids wake up at like 6, 7 a.m. Mine isn't up till 10. When I get that extra thing in there, I've kind of made her be a swing shift baby because that's how my work is more of a swing shift.
Yes.
She sleeps in the car because I'm driving for an hour at a time. And when I've had band practice, there have been some difficulties with that of who's watching her and stuff.
Yeah.
But it is hard. There's a lot of times when we have band practice, I'm not getting her down to 1 a.m. And that's rough.
Mm-hmm.
I personally learned that the earlier I get her down, the more likely she is to actually sleep through the night. But I've been figuring it out. My husband was really helpful with it. Having people help you.
Yes.
And then allowing them to help you.
It's a team effort.
Do you know what I mean? Exactly. And like Katie, honestly, who, is afraid of babies, has helped me so much.
Afraid
I
of
think it helps that
babies.
she lives. She sees a baby. She's like, like she wants to touch the baby. Like, don't make me touch the baby, but I'll touch her on my own time.
Uh-huh.
But she's living with me.
So the baby's just like around the corner, right? And she just crawls into the room. She's just like, oh.
Spooky ghost. No, but she's actually been a real help. Like today, the reason I could do my dishes is Katie was there to help entertain her, and it really is having a village. And I don't have a very big village, but it's helpful when I have it. Like Fan has helped out with sometimes of helping her. Like, oh, when I spilled the tea, literally spilled the tea, not like the tea. Ellie grabbed it and it just knocked all over the couch, and I went, "Whoa!" And she went, "Baby."
She didn't even realize I took the kid.
No, I didn't. I just
She's like,
stood
"Where's
up.
Ellie?" I'm like, "Here."
Yeah. But the sleep is difficult for sure. Like we have a show on Saturday. I know that this will not be posted until well after the fact, but
Yep.
we have a show in a couple days, and I keep thinking, okay, when are we playing? So that I can plan of when to leave to when to come back, and then the sleep. Because and it's a long answer. I apologize for that.
No,
And
this is the
fuck
best.
that,
I knew the end of this would somehow go into something important, and I was so excited to see it just flowed right into we have a show coming up, and I was just like,
I do go on my tangents.
Yep.
No, my baby is. Yep. She is purely breastfed, mostly because she refuses bottles.
Mhm.
That's been a challenge because of where we live and how far shows are, but we make it work. And it's having my husband helps a lot. My in-laws have helped a lot. My band helps a lot. They've been so forgiving. There's times I can play 2 songs at practice, and the rest I'm like in the room with my crying child, and they're just like, "Do what you got to do." Our drummer that drives 3 hours sometimes to come play with us, he's like, "Dude, you're good." Like the fact that they are as supportive as they are, I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't with them. Everyone else would be bitching and moaning how I'm barely there, or when I am there, I'm distracted, or I'm too hyper because, oh my God, I get to be by myself and talk to adults. But honestly, it sounds super corny, but I could not do this if it wasn't for the people that I'm with. It just wouldn't work.
so your family.
My family, exactly. Like they're closer to me than some of my actual family. So like Katie said, her mom moved, and so I know she's hanging on to the rest of the band more than normal because her family isn't here.
Yeah.
It's her. So it's, you latch on to the people around you, and
Hearts.
I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I love to hear how great you guys are with each other. Like I've said to many
Yeah,
bands
we actually
before.
like each other.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just a competition. It's actually like you support one another. You're all contributing to your sound. You're all contributing to your style. It's not like, oh, the bassist sits on the side. Everyone else do whatever you want to do, like most bands. And speaking of bassists on the side, we have Katie here, who's going to give me the
Hey.
longest life story of all time.
You're right.
I will see you later, Dan.
Good to have
Another
you.
interview for sure. Or
Yes.
I can't wait to hear other things. But I will see you.
Yes.
Have fun with these beautiful ladies.
I will. I will. So excited to have you here. It was a great time with all three of the incredible creators, founders of Scarlet Siren. There you go.
right.
All right. Bye bye.
That's
Sliding around.
Musical
Get
chairs.
low, get low. Sorry. Go
Bye.
ahead. Still on to Kate.
Oh, okay.
I won't be able to do the door stuff.
That's okay. All right.
All right.
There she
Katie,
goes.
here we go. This is going to be
All right.
fun stuff. All right. First of all, you've been to a lot of shows. What
Yes,
has been
sir.
your favorite this year?
The K-Cal Kegger. I went
Hey,
last.
Cal Kager.
Yeah, 96.7 K-Cal Rocks, dude. They Nico invited us to go. They had a, what is it called?
Tribute band.
Yes, they had a tribute band that was for Lincoln Park. It was pretty dope. It was super dope.
What was their name?
Oh,
In the end.
In the End. They're called In the End.
Oh, easy. Okay.
Yeah, dude, they got Instagram too. You should check it out. They put up videos from that show. It was sick. It was like from like 5 to 9, but those 4 hours was like I didn't want to leave. It was so good. It was packed though. It was super packed. But that was a good one.
Did they have a vocalist that resembled Chester?
Vocally, yes, but visually, he looked a lot like Spencer from Periphery because he had that
Oh.
blonde like mullet thing going on, or not mohawk, like fluffy mullet mohawk thing. It was crazy though. It was cool. It
Mullet
was dope.
mohawk.
It was. They look like rock stars. I was like, okay, these guys are. They have their inner ears on and everything. They're like, all right.
I
We're
love
ready to rock.
I love when rock bands say they look like rock stars. Like they're like not already rock stars. Because you guys are rock
100%.
stars. And I want to, if I can, I want to get you guys to be big one day. I want to do everything that I can behind the scenes. Like you were just talking about KCal Rocks. I got Mike Z who wants to do an interview. So we can do it together. I got a dude over in
That's
Chicago
crazy.
who I've known
Yeah.
since high school. He's interviewed freaking Shinedown just a couple of weeks ago. I'm like,
God damn.
these are the big names. If I could just get on their good side and just keep connecting, and all I have to do is be like, hey, you know what? You've been missing out on some bands over in SoCal. Let me give you a couple of names, and then they'll be like, oh
Yeah.
shit, this is good. And then I'll be like, everyone focus on that area. The Inland Empire is going to come out of the woodwork and actually show what they are made of, because there's a lot
be
of great
dope.
bands over there.
Yeah, yeah. No, Inland Empire is really showing up lately. Like
Yeah.
past couple years, it's been blowing up. I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. And so you were saying that In the End experience was just an overall super fun, enjoyable. You didn't want it to end. They must have played some incredible songs from Linkin Park, and they must have played them nearly perfect, which is absolutely amazing because Linkin Park is the definitive sound that I really love about music. Like it's the rap,
yeah.
it's the rock, it's the melodic melodies and the ballads that you get as well. Like it's just a perfect mix of music in my opinion.
Yeah, their set list was the same. It like had like a good banger beginning, slow mid, and then the end they did the
Get it?
in the end.
In the
But
end,
in
it
the
didn't even
end,
matter.
they played the classics, and it was awesome. Like, an even better experience had to have been like last October when I went and saw Ice Nine Kills. Like, it was like on that level.
So
It was sick.
so jealous
Yeah.
of you. I'm waiting for Silver Scream Part 3. That needs to happen.
Oh, me
Also,
too.
my fiance and I, we have not seen Silence of the Lambs yet. I think that's going to be on our list of like ones that we want to watch together, do commentary for. just so I
Yeah.
can finally hear meet and greet, because I've avoided it until I see the movie, so I have context.
Oh, no, definitely watch it. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Fantastic. All right, Fan, what is your favorite concert experience you've had so far this year? Or overall,
Ah.
if it's been a while.
It's been a while. I haven't gone into any concerts this year. I recently just got a job being and as a yoga instructor. And so I've been really trying to build my classes and my tribe and whatnot. So I've been very busy with that. However, last year, let's see what I did last year. I really enjoyed I saw Dayseeker
Nice.
a couple of times, and they were really good. They did one show at the House of Blues, and I guess that was the lead singer Rory's hometown.
Oh.
And it was a really great show for him because it was the first hometown show that they did. But it was also really sad because, Neon Graves about his father passing. And one of his things that he was always hoping to do was not only to do a hometown show, but for his father to be there. So when he did end up doing that song, it was like all of the feels. And then also because we were talking about Falling in Reverse, I went to the Popular Monster tour
Within
last
this
year.
moment. Do you hate in this
No,
moment?
man, I'm not even saying that about In This Moment. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoy In This Moment's music. I do not enjoy them live because first of all, you can't find her with all the fog, and the transitions just take too damn long for me personally. However, I'm Team Ronnie as well. I think I love Falling in Reverse. I think the show is really good. He doesn't care that he uses tracks, and he doesn't care what anybody thinks. But no matter what he does, it's chills.
Yeah.
It's so good. Even Popular Monster, when he played that, you just were like whole left body chills. Like it's really good show. So I was kind of hoping I'd be able to go back this year because I know they're doing another tour again of the pop. I want to go, but I think they I think they're sold out in California. So
are they with Metallica? Or is that another band that was
I think that's
opening for
another
Metallica?
band.
Oh, Ice Nine Kills. Ice Nine Kills and Five Finger Death Puncher with Metallica. I'm like, what is going on right now?
I'll watch the first.
Metallica just dropped on Fortnite like 2 days ago. I'm like freaking out now. Wow, full circle. Right?
I quit after season 2. I was done after that. I was like, this game is not for me. I think I am older than 11, so I think I'm good. And
Dude,
now
it's
it's
nothing.
over the top.
It's nothing but cars right now. It's just cars and guns on cars, and that's it. That's GTA. It's so bad. It's GTA, dude, but it's like
for kids.
Extreme. And then you get guitars that like launch you up, and then like just suicide bomb people. You have a big holographic thing of Lars on like the floating island who doesn't look like Lars. Still sucks drums. It's bad.
He still sucks.
Yeah, dude.
He's so bad that they can't even create him to be good.
No.
That's really
He
funny.
didn't even get his model right, dude. It's not Lars. It's not Lars. Ow. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I
feel it.
Dude, I was on earlier, so I'm just like.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Rant on Metallica Fortnite. All right, I love it. And Lars apparently does still suck, and that is the news with Dan and Fan and Katie.
It's like Dan, Fan, Katie.
Yes,
it's just because of the rhyming. It's the rhyming.
like, in my mind, I'm like, don't get anyone's name wrong, so don't say it wrong. Just say it smoothly, Dan. And I'm like, nope, paused. Why did I pause? I don't know. On to you, Jeff. All right. Anyway, so what is one of your favorite movies that you've seen this year so far?
Oh goodness!
Have you seen a movie?
Well,
It's so loud.
I did. I got like aggressively loud. I apologize for that. I'm watching a lot of like Netflix movies. I'm not actually going to. The last thing I saw in the theaters, I know, I'm gonna get it, is Barbie.
It's It's okay.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's
No,
just fun.
I loved Barbie. I thought it was really good.
There you go.
And because everybody knows why. I'm not even going to get into it.
No.
But I've been just watching a lot
You're
of Netflix movies.
Katie, yourself.
Oh, it has been a while since I've seen a movie.
No, we wanted to go see Cocaine Bear. Did you see it?
I did see it. We watched it here at the house. It wasn't what I expected, but I did like it. But I did cry at the end. I cried during Cocaine Bear.
This is the question with the the Gen Z thing. It's like, tell me you haven't seen a movie this year without telling me you haven't seen a movie this year. That's exactly how it went. Because
100%.
Cocaine Bear and Barbie, both huge movies from 2023. Who cares about 2024? Overrated.
Nope. Nope, there's been nothing. I'm like Five Nights at Freddy's was the last one I remember, but that was last year too. That was last October.
Okay.
The Grinch, which we talked
That's
about
right. Yeah,
last.
the mean one. You were talking about that last time, and I hit me.
Okay. Did you hear about that they're making a Mickey Mouse horror film?
Yes, Steamboat Willie. Of course, they lost all the rights.
Yeah, dude. It's called Mousetrap.
Do you know who would fund this?
Awesome.
I'm no doubt in my mind, Spencer Charnas would totally fund a movie like that after what Disney did to them.
Oh yeah.
I can't believe they literally banned them as a band, and then they just used Disney's merch as like just the most horrific, gory shit.
100%.
So sad.
100%.
So sad.
They should have made the movie.
Oh,
but
it was
10
times better.
Oh yeah. No, but it was the same people that made the Winnie the Pooh film. They're making this one. So same plot, same mask style,
it's called
same
the Pooniverse. That's what they call it.
Pooniverse.
I don't like that. The Pooniverse?
Yes, that's what it's called. That is
just think about it. Just
literally-
absorb that real quick. Like, all I think of is just walking, like, it's just sitting in my nose. Just the Pooniverse. Like, in a galaxy far away. Like, I don't understand.
Far away, dude.
I can't.
Hold
make
on,
it make
Fan.
sense.
You gotta stop, Fan. You're giving them good ideas that they're gonna make into actual movies. They've done this multiple times where we have said we hate it, and they're like, "You want more? Here's more."
What have I done?
That's gonna be like exactly how they do it. Long time ago in a galaxy far away.
And I'm still not going to make any money off of it, too.
No.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So okay. Have you heard about the Bambi film?
Yes.
Oh.
I heard about that, and I'm just not doing it. I mean, I can't. Okay, I'm terrible with animal movies. I'm terrible at animal movies. Even like the Fox and the Hound. They don't have to be. Yeah, it's gonna be live action. Right. I mean, I really don't want to watch Bambi's mom die in like real life. So like, no. I mean, like even hearing the theme song to Lassie, I just lose it. I lose it.
I'll tell you, it's not anything connected to that. There's a Bambi horror movie coming from the people that made Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
No.
Yes.
Is it because it's like royalty free now?
It's the Pooniverse. Everything
my
Disney
God.
has ever done is going to be on the free market one time, and they're going to be like, "Oh, now you're part of us. Now you're part of us," and it's going to be low budget, terrible movies. The Pooniverse.
So is there like an actual trailer out yet?
No, not for Bambi. Bambi's going to be the next one though. I think it's Bambi and then another one. But they're going to have Thumper in it, which is going to just break me, man. I love Thumper, the young
That's
Thumper.
gonna be crazy.
Older
That's gonna be
Thumper,
crazy.
it's not the best Thumper. But okay, Katie, what is your favorite Disney movie? This is an easy question.
Right? Well, when I was a child, it was Sleeping Beauty. I ran through 4 tapes, ran them out completely. Really? Yeah, dude, they were erased because I watched them so much. Huh. Yeah, like the VHS almost caught on fire. It was crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, it was wild, bro. Other than that, like like my recent adulthood favorite Disney film, Lilo and Stitch.
Oh! Ohana
It's a
means
good
family.
one, man.
Family
That
will
intro
nobody left
song.
behind or forgotten. I can
Yeah.
talk like Stitch all day. I have been doing this since 2002 when it first came out, so it's a very good movie. I also love the marketing for the movie because they used a bunch of other movies as their marketing. So, like, you had him going
marketing for
through.
me.
Yeah, exactly. So he was like, if you go a little bit lower, it's like Meatwad. But then if you go back up here, it's Stitch again. Yeah, it's a little different. But either way, so they had the Aladdin moment where they're doing the whole new world scene, and for the marketing, that was my favorite thing as a kid, was watching that,
When
because
he
I was
pulls
just like,
up in the car next
yes,
to the carpet.
yes.
Hey, baby.
It was so amazing. Like, literally the geniuses that made that movie, like, I didn't know it would have the heart that it did, and rewatching that is one of my favorite movies. Like, Allison and I, we watched almost every movie in order by animation, and I was like, when we got to Lilo and Stitch, I was like, this is unbelievably good. And she still has not rewatched Emperor's New Groove, which we definitely need to, because I'm so into fourth wall breaking now. I'm Deadpool got me. He took my soul. I can't stop with Deadpool.
Dude, what do you think of the new Deadpool Wolverine movie?
I think it's going to be amazing. I've never seen a movie more than Deadpool, so I can say that, like, if it's going to be just as good as the first one, if it's going to be a little bit better than the second one, I'll be very, very pleased. If it's worse than the second one, I'm still going to be very, very pleased, because anything else that the MCU has is terrible. Just, they have nothing
100%.
left. They've run out of steam. They don't matter anymore. I was watching Avengers Age of Ultron at work today. I just like, oh, let me put it on the channel, and oh, look, Age of Ultron. And that's the movie that everyone was like, oh, it's so bad. And I was like, this movie's fucking million times better than everything that came out the last 4 years. This is fantastic. Like, what's wrong with people?
Yeah, dude. No, it's way better than that. What was that one? What was that one that came out with Angelina Jolie and like the Indian guy?
Not Elemental. Eternals.
Oh yeah.
I went and saw that with my with Mario in
Uh-huh.
the movie theaters, dude. He's like, "Hey, we're gonna go see the I'm gonna go see the Eternals." Like, with my girlfriend, you want to come? I'm like, okay, I'm not doing anything. I was like, of course we're gonna go see it in a movie theater where I can't escape. Like, it got to a point where I'm like, okay, it's almost over, and then it finally had some action, and it was so bad. It was so bad.
It's the most
dude,
boring movie, they say, in the entire
It was.
MCU. Like, it has
was real
nothing to
bad.
live up to. Like, you can't even be upset with it because you're so bored of what the hell is going on. Also, their names are too impossible to say that you can't even relate to them. Like, they have, like, the longest, most, like, starry kind of names. But you like Zodiac stuff, so maybe, Fan, you'll enjoy
But
those
I do,
names.
but like, I don't need it to be like, I mean, if I can't pronounce their names, and I'm already embarrassed enough as it is, considering my name is just so random.
Mhm.
So I always try to learn people's names. So, but if I can't even pronounce it, I'm not even, I can't do it.
Like Zorlaxion or something.
Again, that sounds like a galaxy anima.
It is a
In
galaxy.
the
animal.
Pooniverse.
In the Pooniverse. It'll be in the Pooniverse eventually.
Zorlaxative.
Oh god,
Sorry.
I love it. No, it's perfect. I feel the same. When I was reading Harry Potter books as a kid, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, Dan, why do you stop at these pages? Like, this is such a good story." I'm like, "Story? I can't even figure out what this sounds like." In my head, I'm looking at the word and I'm like, "It's like this," and they're like, "Oh, that's not how you pronounce it at all." I'm like, "Well, why would they write a name like this? Just give us like easy
Exactly.
names. Ron, Harry, and Hermione is perfect. Everyone else is like, and I'm like, I can't
And then even
read
that, it's
fast
like, how do
enough.
you spell Horcrux? I don't know how to spell that. If I was reading that with my dyslexia, I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how to spell Horcrux. Again, I'm dyslexic, and I graduated from Florida in high school, so I don't really have an excuse.
At least I have a leg up.
Right?
I was graduated in Norco.
Okay, that makes sense. Make sense.
It's not a big step up, but it's a little step.
But the point is that we're with you. We
You get it. You get it.
the movies were great though.
The movies are so good. And actually, I should say this. Like, Allison's been rewatching all of them, and she did. She made it through the entire series. The Fantastic Beasts was a major letdown. Like, overall, like, it didn't do anything for the story.
True.
I
Yeah.
agree.
There we go. There's the hot
They
take
just
of hot
should. They
takes.
just should have like left it. Just leave it alone. Don't touch it. Don't do anything else. Just let it go.
Just like what MCU wants to do. They want to revive Iron Man and Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man. And it's like, just stop. Just stop.
They've been revived like 5 times already.
His
Done.
sacrifice.
Stop bringing it back.
Yeah.
Exactly. Make something new.
Nothing.
Make
They-
an Aquaman that's actually good.
Oh,
Sorry.
listen.
I said it.
Listen,
Back
I have to rebut what you just said because I'm a Power Ranger kid fan. I'm a Power Ranger kid, and
I am too. I saw the Power Rangers movie, the original one, in theaters, Man Valley West in Hollywood.
this one.
Yeah. Yes, I saw that one in theaters, and I had the soundtrack, and I know all the songs. That's actually how my brother got interested in Van Halen.
That's true. Yeah, the
Because-
first song in the movie for the
Because they have
skydiving.
a couple. Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy stuff. But Power Rangers. Okay, so this is why I always defend Aquaman. It's
Okay.
Power Rangers underwater.
Okay.
Even the
I can
guys.
get behind that.
Remember the guys in the white suits with the blue masks?
Oh.
You walk into the house and you're like watching this one take and like everyone's just whipping each other with sticks and I'm like, that's Power Rangers. That's Power Rangers. They go underwater and there's like a bunch of things just shooting at each other. I'm like, that's Power Rangers. They're like, okay, let's grab the 2 tridents. They both like crash together and make sparks. I'm like, that's Power Rangers. Like everything about this, I'm like, where's the Megazord? Please bring me a Megazord. This is gonna be
Where's
amazing.
Bulk and Skull?
Yes. Oh my God. They didn't get the humor right in either of the movies. I can say that that's a big problem. But the action of it, I'm just like, I can have this is popcorn fun. Popcorn fun.
I'm willing to watch it again with that mentality.
The first movie.
I will watch it again with that.
Yeah,
Yes.
first movie only, and you don't pay attention. Don't watch in like any like high definition or anything because you'll notice like all of the green screen is just so insanely distracting.
Right.
Yeah, but watch it on like a DVD. It's so fun. It's just it's a fun movie. What can I say?
All right.
I don't have.
I'll give it
any-
another shot.
Yeah, I don't have any like love for Jason Momoa. I think he's hilarious, but I don't think that he's like the best thing since sliced bread, like everyone has said. I hated him in the new Fast and Furious. He was so boring. They're like, he
Was
just
that the Fast and Furious in space?
No, that was the 9th one. They went to space.
Oh
wait, no, wait, hold
They
on.
already did that?
Now I have to think. Because X...
I heard it was like ludicrous in space.
What?
Did they go... No.
Yeah, I heard that
in-
was going to be a thing.
In the 9th one, I think they sent a car to space. But I don't think that in the end of 10... Now I have to think about it. He's
gotta think
the
now.
villain. He's painting his nails. He's doing his Jason Momoa, which is great, except for we're in a Fast and Furious movie, which is all about family.
There's no nail painting in Fast and Furious.
Yeah,
What's going on?
that's it. And it was like the masculine energy is just like thrown out the window or mocked, and I'm like, okay, well, if you want a testosterone-driven film, like just look how bad Expendables turned out for having Megan Fox and another person that didn't belong there. It's like you needed to have exactly what you gave us in the beginning, keep that same
Yeah.
feeling, get that same
Exactly.
pride, but nothing.
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
film
yeah.
critic. You can tell.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I will recommend to both of you. Have you guys seen all of the Kingsman movies?
I saw the first one.
The first one.
I liked the first one.
Go
I did like it.
see.
First one was good. I saw that one too.
If you can, get Argyle. I don't know if it's on Apple TV or whatever
Is that the
it's
one
on.
with the cat?
That is the one with the cat. You will need to see that
See?
movie.
You'll love it.
I know. I've seen the trailers constantly. I'm like, that cat looks so cool. I'm... Dude,
It's
yeah, I'm
quite
watching
the opposite for most of the critics.
So cool.
But no, it's a really, really fun movie. Truly, like it felt like Bullet Train. Did you see Bullet Train a couple years ago with Brad Pitt? No. Okay.
Have not.
Well, see the Fall Guy as well, because that's the guys who also made Bullet Train and John Wick and all of that, and Deadpool 2. And so you're getting good
Okay.
writing, good action, very fun comedy, and it's great. I love characters where they're in a serious situation having a joke fest. Like When John Wick
Yeah.
walks into the hotel and he's just like, 1 room, please. And he's just like getting attacked in the hallway. And like, he's getting attacked in his room. He's like bloodied up and everything. He walks out in the hall. He's like, hey, John. He's like, hey, you working again? Yeah, probably. Like, it's just it's just perfect. I love it.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I just appreciate your Keanu Reeves. That was actually really good.
Yeah.
That really was on point. And I know you weren't even trying, but like that
No.
was pretty good.
My favorite
Well played.
movie
Golf.
besides The Matrix in itself is Speed. I think that is the best Keanu movie. Also, I would say
It is a good
Parenthood.
movie.
Parenthood, when he has to say that the younger kid is masturbating, and the way that he says it, slapping the salami. My fiance and I were dying laughing at this movie.
Oh my god.
The shock of it is so well done, and it's such a like depressing movie. Most of the time it's just like this divorce that happened, the family's torn apart, and then you get this like complete just with pothead, and he's just like, dude, everything's fine. And that's just like Keanu's whole thing the whole time. And so he's just like,
You sure we can talk straight? A few months ago, Gary got his first boner. You know what that is?
If memory serves.
Oh, great. Anyway, since then, he's been, slapping the salami.
slapping the salami. Like, that's literally how he says it. It is the funniest thing I've seen from Keanu. No question.
Okay, I will watch that.
Yes.
You got.
And
I have a list of things to watch now. I'm excited about this.
very good, very good. And I will tell you to stay away from anything The Matrix did after the third movie. Just stay away from it. Pretend it didn't happen. Because the fourth movie hurt me so personally. I literally left the theater. I told my dad, I was like, I screamed everything wrong with the movie in the car ride home. I was like, I cannot believe that this was made. I can't believe they did this. They didn't even get close to Hugo Weaving's character. They didn't
Oh
even
my God.
Why would they pick Kristoff from Frozen to play Hugo Weaving's character? Like, no one wants this.
It didn't. You weren't just hurt here.
I was hurt so
You were
bad.
hurt here,
Yes.
right there.
In my soul. I love movies, as you could tell. But either way, I'm going to get out of the movies now. Let's talk about some music. So you guys have been working on a new song. What is that new song title? Because this will be in July, so it'll probably be out by then.
Okay, well, we are in the process of, two things. We're in the process of finally recording and making a music video for Release to Reclaim.
Nice.
And then the song that we are working on writing is called Deep Waters.
Deep Waters. And is it a deep song?
It is. It is pretty deep.
It's got a lot of vocals.
It does. So with this one, it's going to actually, the vocals are going to actually be Mario, Raul, and myself.
Yes.
Throughout the song. So we're going more in a heavier
Layering.
direction. So there's going to be, in a sense, there's going to be less of me. I'm now going to be more accenting the song as opposed to the guys who are going to be more of the leads, which is great. I mean, that's the nice part about us as a band. We don't fight about, well, I'm the lead in this and I could have to do that. Like, we're all just like, hey, whatever, in the name of good music, let's just do it,
Yeah, it'd be nice. It's like nice to like switch it up too, like a little bit.
I agree. Keep them on their
Excellent.
tips.
Excellent. I'm so excited to hear Deep Water. But before we do that, it reminds me of a song that was in a classic movie. You might know of the Land Before Time.
Oh my God.
Do you remember?
Oh,
do you remember
Billy.
Big
Oh,
Water?
Billy.
Yeah. Do you remember Big Water?
Dude, yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Big
There we go.
Big Water. Nostalgia. I'm nostalgia man Dan right now. I'm feeling it.
That's
But-
right, dude. You're hitting it.
It's so good. It's so good. I love that your premise is going to be having more vocal layering. I feel bad for Brad. He's going to have a lot to do production wise on that. He's going to be like, All right, I have how many hours to put all of these vocals on
favorite.
top of each other, and okay.
I'm gonna get you, Brad.
Coming for you, Bradley. You gonna get it.
Speaking of Brad, though, and speaking of your production overall, I literally love it so much. Everything that you guys have made is amazing. It's a bop. I told you on my reaction, which is going to be public again. It's just going to be on Rumble because YouTube hates anything that's not covers. I've been doing covers, and now YouTube is like, oh, we will let 400 people see you on this one. I'm like, what? I only get 14 views. Now I'm at 500 views on one video in 3 days. I'm like, what's up with that, YouTube? So I'm gonna just stick with
Sometimes you'll even
covers.
get caught with covers though too.
No, they didn't
Yeah.
claim either of them. They didn't claim
That's so
Frank
crazy.
Sinatra or Elvis. So both of them are completely. If I wanted to monetize those, I could do it, which is crazy.
That's funny.
Maybe it's because I
Insane.
did mine with like remixes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
Mhm.
from the Sing King, so he has all of his stuff. Whoever that person is that's making all of the instrumentals, because I do not make instrumentals.
Yeah.
But speaking of music, speaking of covers, speaking of everything, I want to know, Fan, what was one of your biggest inspirations growing up? Now that you have explained that you're not a metal vocalist before this band, what was something that just really got you into your vocal style?
All right. Not at all. We are not Team J-Lo in this group. So when I was younger, we're talking, let's say 9. The one musician that my entire family, including, I have a brother with autism and epilepsy, and then I have an older brother. The one musician that we could all listen to and get along listening to was Michael Jackson.
Nice.
And then I started listening to Janet Jackson. So I was really into her when I was younger and like, oh my God, I want to dress like her. I wanted to be her for Halloween, but obviously I can't do that. But I was a kid, so I didn't know any better.
You could have looked
And
like
then eventually
Thriller.
right. But then eventually my mom got me into her style of music, which was like the Eagles and the Beatles. And then my father started getting me into his music, which was Bob Seger and REO Speedwagon. But then when I moved to Florida and I started listening to my own stuff, trying to figure it out, the 3 musicians that changed my life of like, this is what I'm going to do. No Doubt, Tragic Kingdom, Gwen Stefani. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. And Pink. And I've been following Pink's career for the longest time. And I mean, I have a lot of other musicians that I really, really love, but those were the 3 that really got me to go, that's what I want to do. Because they all have these like unique voices. They don't sound like Britney and Christina and Jessica. And like, they don't sound like everybody that you listen to. They have this like weird thing to them. And
Yes.
that's what really attracted me to their style of music. So that's how it all started. And then it's eventually grown into everything.
I love that most of those are 90s artists because it just shows that like that was when you were in your angst period and you were like, yes, this is so me. And Alanis is an absolute amazing vocalist. I have no idea what your thoughts are on Halsey, but their song, I think it was Alanis Skit or something
It was
like
the
that.
interlude, yeah.
I was so confused on why they were talking about their pussy so much. I was so lost. I was like, why are you talking about your pussy is a wonderland? Like, what is going on? What does that represent?
I think it's very literal. I don't think they have a.
That's
I
it.
don't know if Halsey represents.
pretty literal.
I feel like I may be wrong about this, but I think Halsey's pronouns are they them.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
She could be bi. I mean, I didn't know anything about Alanis. I only knew like, I hate to remind you. And I used to get her confused with Macy Gray or whatever it was from the Spider-Man movie. They both have that like weird like kind of voice.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God, Macy Gray. Jesus, I haven't heard of her in forever.
There we go.
But yeah. So yeah, I was born in 1985, and so yeah, definitely a 90s kid.
85 is a great year. Don't worry about it.
It was.
You look 25. So if that helps, there you go. There you go.
Thank you so much. I mean, I try my best. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. I mean, I do appreciate the compliment, but I'm not going to be like this. I just threw it on.
No, but I love how hard you've worked at everything in your life, and you know, you really show it every time that you have a new story. You're always trying to give advice to other people that have maybe been struggling like you in the past or are currently struggling, and I'm just always for that kind of positive outlook on things, and I will go deep as much as I go into criticism of movies and have jokes and you know, have some fun. I definitely can say I can turn that off and remind myself that the one and only thing I love about talking to people is their true passion, like what really makes them tick. And you obviously focus on just seeing that light in other people and trying to bring that light out of the people around you. And whether you call that witchcraft or God or whatever you want to call it, you can call it whatever you want.
Or as I say, the flying spaghetti monster.
Yes, the flying spaghetti. You're a pastafarian?
Yes, I am.
There you go.
I am.
There you go.
I loved that.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
That was I love it. I love it. I may have to get a membership card or something like that. I don't know.
As long as it costs less than Scientology, right? Hopefully, you know, your soul doesn't go away.
Discount.
So there you go, discount. Yeah, it's a coupon. But yeah, so
exactly.
When it comes down to people, when it comes down to reading how someone is, it's very hard to go by pictures. It's very hard to go by posts and things like that. So I love how personal you are in your stories, and whether it's the close friends only or the regular stories, I always enjoy seeing it because I'm just like, look at you. You're fully confident. Like a couple years ago, all I saw was pictures of you in the band and the blonde hair and it was short. Now you're like, I'm so happy it grew back. I'm so happy to be in this job. I'm so happy to be doing this. Like, that's what I thrive on. And I love your passion, seriously. And music is just a complement to that passion. So I'm glad that you chose to try some metal music, try some pop, try some whatever that you really grew up with and loved, because you're making it as an artist overall. You're going to be huge in the future. Like I said, I'm going to do whatever I can to get your guys' name all over the world. But yeah, it's...
I'm not crying. You're crying.
It's an
Thank
amazing
you. That was
thing.
really nice.
You're
I
very
appreciate
welcome.
that a lot.
I am a fan.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I loved my short hair. I loved it when it was blonde. And I really love all the stuff that we did and making the memories that we made. It was just so hard to do that while going through some really negative things at the same time and trying to fake it. And that's what we do on social media. We always just act like we're just, my life's perfect, you know, one day at a time. And that's just not how the world works. And I just wish that I could follow more people that were that more authentic. You don't have to go into like details like I do. I go into crazy detail because I didn't have a lot of friends because I had like an identity crisis as a kid. I mean, you grew up with your name being Fan Gagan. Just absorb that for a minute.
I got one better, dude. Dude, my last name Brewer, dude. That was bad, man.
In the Pooniverse? Is it brewing in the Pooniverse?
Bro, dude, people would always say, Katie Brewer lived in the sewer and eat manure. So yeah, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
Whoa, wait, did you go to school at the people from 8 Mile? That's some sick bars right there.
Dude, they were spitting, dude. Hard.
But
wow. Hard, dude.
I love
So I just didn't
So
I just didn't have a lot of friends, you know? So
yeah.
I just, you know, yeah. I talked to you all. And you all.
There you go. For 7 years, I was bullied. I never fit into anything. I was in a horrible relationship. My first relationship was terrible. I was trying to help her through suicidal stuff. And it ended up being that she cheated on me, used me, abused me, all the great things that you could get from a first toxic relationship. And so I gained some balls. I said, fuck this bitch, I'm done. And so I started writing rap music. I had a complete change in personality. I went out of my way to talk with people that didn't even have any interest in me. And I would be like, yo, you want to go to the dance? And they'd be like, no. And I'm like, all right, fuck you then. All right, I'm moving on to the next one. That's how it was. Like, I was so tired of being the timid kid that just got picked on. And so I said, I'm going to run my friend group. I have now 2 friends that I keep close to me, and reality. Everyone else is all online. But like those two guys, they understand that when I flip out, it's just me. Like they've seen me during the pandemic ranting, because I was super right wing when it started, and I was just ranting about everything, and they're like, all the new friends are like, "Oh my God, is Dan okay?" And they're like, "Ah, it's just Dan. Don't worry about him. He's just this is how he is. It's just how he is." And like that's the people I respect. That's ones that I'm like, if you can call me out, if you can talk directly to me, but also respect me and not just kiss my ass all the time, you're my friend. That's how it goes. And so
Agreed.
when I do kiss people's asses, it's genuine. I literally love people. I want people to see the best of themselves. And I know that there are times where I don't see the best of myself. You were just talking about posts on the internet and how people have given that fake smile. One of my best pictures, I sent it out to my Discord, and I was just like, how does everybody think of this picture? Like, oh, Dan, you look so good. I want you guys to know that was my worst day. One of my worst days. I hated everything about myself. My job wasn't going well. Things were just going down the drain. But I put that big smile on to prove to myself that I could keep going. And so I always look at that picture, and I don't have that idea of like, oh, everything's great. It was that reminder that even though things were shitty, I was still able to smile. So, that's it.
That's so cool.
That's really cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because you were able to make something negative that was happening and figure out a way to spin it to be something positive, which is so hard to do nowadays, and again, bringing up the whole everybody being positive on social media. It's like you see all these people recovering, or you see all these people being famous, and it's like it makes the person looking at the post feel like, well, why are they doing it and why can't I do it? And it's just because they're lying. They're not telling when things go bad and when things are great. And it just makes everybody else that's following them feel like they're unreachable. They're not touchable. Like it's impossible to be around them. And that's really not the case. So That's why I think that what you're doing and being so open about it, that's what's going to make people more inspired to keep going, because of something that you did, which again, everything we all do, everybody's done it. We're all just learning it and continuing to spread the word. But the more stuff you do like that and sharing that, more people are going to be like, oh man, I should try that, because now I'm thinking about that.
That's the effect of if you have true optimism, then you can usually change people's mind. But it's the empathy that you need to have behind it. And my favorite post, like you were just saying, is like when people say, I don't post things like this much, or, oh, I don't really open up much. When it's those posts, I give them all the love in the world. Like if it's Facebook, they're getting the heart. It's not just the thumbs up, it's the heart for that one, because I'm like, you're giving your soul out there, man. Shaylee from Of Mice and Men, he's one of my friends, and I've loved him forever, but I didn't know the things that he was going through until just this year, I think, or last year, he posted something, and I was like, oh my God, that's awful. Meanwhile, his friend, that is my friend, since we met through reactions and stuff, he's been dealing with health problems and all kinds of things, and he's been asking for prayers. And then there's those people that are just like, every single day is a new victim mentality, like, oh my God, things are so bad for me. I hate that. That's like the overshare people. But I like the ones that are like, I'm going to keep this personal, and I'm only going to do this here and there. I had one post recently where I finally opened up about everything that's been going on. Like, finally got the new job, finally had all this going. And it wasn't to be like, look at me. It was supposed to be like, I've made overjoyed that I finally made it over the curve. Whatever this curve was, it was challenging, and I made it over, and I'm proud of myself for that. And that's all I saw it as. And once again, those pictures, those best, oh, Dan looks so good, that was one of the worst days of my life. I hated that day. I will never forget that day. So yeah, I always thrive on that, and I make sure that I remember it. I keep it in my memory, and I say, it's not about the smile, it's about the effect that that smile gives you now, to know that you smiled through that, because that shit sucked, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love that.
That was like perfectly said, to be honest.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's literally like
The mic drop.
I didn't drop it. They're expensive. No, don't do that.
Love it. All right, Katie. So I want to ask some deep questions about everything that is like the reason that we're here. Because Fan doesn't know. You reached out to me first. You told me about your band.
Neat.
That's the reason
Neat.
that we all chatted. That is the reason that I confused you with Fan. I mean, you guys are just so alike. It's like impossible to tell you apart. Sisters, truly. So
Crazy.
as someone who just reached out to some guy on the internet that was like, hey, this guy, he's cool with all the people that we know.
Yeah.
What do you think? How is your overall impression so far? I'm not going to be like, look at me, but I'm going to be like, how is your overall impression?
Look at me, we're talking to you.
Exactly.
Look at me.
I was going to say, what is your impression as now we've had 2 conversations? How do you feel knowing that you were in charge of this whole entire meet? Like, just the way that we've all combined our like positive forces.
I took a shot, and I'm really glad it worked out. And I'm so glad that you're so cool and so easy to talk to, and we're all like basically friends now anyway. So it's
Yeah.
like, it's so dope. I love it. It was crazy, but like, no, straight up just took a shot. Be like, you know what? Find some interviews or something. Let's get our name out there somehow. And I watched your interview with Breaking Serenity and stuff like that, and I'm like, dude, this guy would be perfect. Absolutely perfect to talk to. Easy to talk to and everything like that. And that's great.
Wonderful. I'm glad that I can give that impression. I'm definitely flawed, but it always feels good to know that the thing I'm most passionate about is something that I'm thriving in, because this is my literal main focus these days. It's been like that for a bit because YouTube just does not like my content anymore. I don't know what I have to do, but I'll figure it out. Yeah, boo-hoo. But Katie, you were amazing with me in DMs and stuff like that. Like you were so patient when we were scheduling stuff, and I really appreciate everything that this has become. Like the creation of friendship, the creation of families with all the people in SoCal. Like you guys are my bread and butter. This is the place I hate California personally because I'm so conservative, but at the same time I'm like, I would love to be in SoCal because I would just be surrounded with people that like keep it real. Like it's so crazy
100%.
to find that anywhere else. And I no doubt there's people like you that are like literally down the street that I'll never know about because they'll never hit me up. So your small step in that direction, it's like if there's anything I can do to repay that, that's what I'm going to do. Like KCal rocks. I'm going to make sure that I mention you guys and Against the Sun and Breaking Serenity, and obviously he'll already know all of you, but I'll just be like, it's something special, man. There's something in the water in South California, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make that joke.
No.
Do it.
No.
Go for it. Hit it.
I was like, you remember what happened in Mexico earlier this year? Like that's what's in the water here.
Love it.
Now.
What?
Love it.
Yeah.
What?
Oh man, nah, dude. If you ever came down here, just like I'm all like, hit us up, man. We get all the bands together. We'll put on a Dan show, dude.
A self-inflicted Dan show.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Presented
dope.
by Media Man Dan.
Yeah, you could be like the guy that comes on stage. Yo, what up, the next band?
Yes.
Oh,
I would love
yes.
that.
The MC.
Even better. All right, so he's going to MC the show. And then just when they think that that's like the final thing, like the final band, you're going to rap.
Oh, I can rap?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so first of all, I didn't go into deep of anything. I can country sing. I can swing jazz sing. I can rock sing. I scream and I rap.
Can you do all that in one song?
Yes. Yes, no doubt. And I can do impressions.
Perfect.
Oh, speaking of impressions, since everyone's probably asleep and they really want to wake up tonight, this is my impression of Elmo saying hi to Mr. Noodle. Mr. Noodle, what's a cat, Mr. Noodle? There you go. That's it.
Dude, that was so good.
That's pretty on point. That was pretty on point, dude.
Jesus, that was good.
Fan is amazed.
Vocal work.
It was this. How did...
Can you do it?
No, I can't.
Try it.
It's no. I already know I can't do it.
Love
I mean,
it.
I can do a pretty mean Arnold and I can do a pretty mean Walken, but that's about
You
it.
made Elmo sound like straight from South Jersey.
I know.
Like straight, dude.
Speaking of Jersey, and this is going to be a behind the scenes thing, so Dan, make sure this goes on the Patreon. Recently, I met a very famous person's sister and her partner. They were very nice, and they met me at a hotel, the hotel I currently work at, which will not be named. And I was so overjoyed to just see a Jersey person, I think that they are from Jersey, ripping apart how bad my airport is over by us. Like, she's just like, awful, just terrible. Nobody would even want to be here. Like, it was the best. Okay, so it's Joey Fatone's sister. That was who it
That's
was.
great.
Oh my God, that's so
dude.
funny.
Yes. Amazing.
Oh my God. They used to, obviously, like when NSYNC was a thing. Okay, so when NSYNC was a thing, fun fact, before they got famous here, they were really huge in Europe. And I was a, ballet dancer, and we were all friends with each other and stuff. So one of the girls was like, hey, you want to come hang out at my house? And I was like, cool. And then so we all hung out. And like, oh, we got to take my sister's boyfriend to the airport. We got to go. And it was NSYNC.
Full Cartman.
So it was NSYNC that we were taking to the airport, to Europe. This was before they got really famous out here. And then, so the big thing is that when they did get huge, I guess Joey and Chris lived together in like literally 15 minutes from my house. And they used to have these like ridiculous parties. Like it was known for like the Chris Kirkpatrick and the Joey Fatone parties. If you went, not like Diddy parties, but like fun parties. I never went, but I've always wanted to go. But I hear that Joey and his family are like super, super nice and really funny. But that's all I have to say. I feel good about that.
Yeah, she was super nice. She gave me a handshake. She introduced herself formally after she had already checked in with me. And then she came back over and she was like talking about like the things that she's excited for. She invited me to go to the show because Joey was doing his own thing. And then I, of course, was not able to, but I told her I had just seen Tim McGraw the night before. And then she's like, I love Tim McGraw. And so when we went into like just
Australian.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, I love Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw. No, I can't. It's too British.
Yeah, that's.
I love Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw, man. Everybody is Steve
Tim
Irwin.
McGraw.
Everyone's
Crikey,
Steve Irwin.
it's Tim McGraw.
Crikey, it's Tim McGraw. But either way, we had such a good time talking about it. I showed her the stage, and she was like amazed because like his whole stage is filled with the screen. You'll see it at the end of the month when I actually post all of it. But if you're not a country fan, for all you people, it's truly your loss because freaking country music is taking over, and they're so damn good live, like unbelievably good. All of the vocalists in country music. I know for country haters. You a country fan?
Okay, here's the thing.
Okay.
I like some. I like the older country, and by older, I mean my generation of country. So, like, I liked Faith Hill back in the day. I liked the Chicks when they had the wrong name. I like Lady Antebellum. You know what? I went to Vegas with my mother, and we saw Keith Urban in concert, and I'm not going to lie, that was pretty epic. I thoroughly enjoyed Keith Urban in Vegas. But other artists...
About Jelly Roll.
Oh, I love me some Jelly Roll.
You love Jelly Roll?
All day, son.
With or without the jam?
All day.
Jelly.
All
day.
Too funny. I know somebody, I actually interviewed somebody that knows Jelly Roll.
Really?
That's crazy.
Oh my God. I just saw his, I mean, it's been out for a while, but he had a documentary on Hulu.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Oh my gosh.
So good. You got to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Really
So, did you like Reba when you were growing up?
I did.
Did you like
did.
George Strait when you were growing up?
No, I did not.
Not a big fan of George Strait?
Dolly Parton,
Okay.
Linda Ronstadt, oh, wait. Oh, hold on. Bonnie Raitt.
A bit of Alison Krauss, maybe some Alison Krauss. She's a bluegrass singer. No, from Illinois. No, okay. Check out Joe Nichols if you can. He's still going.
Oh, okay.
He's got a George Strait kind of sound. However, he's got that very newer production to his sound, and it's really good. Almost everything that you hear these days, like my friend showed me a song the other day. He was like, "Here's this new song, you're gonna love it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I did love it in 2015. It was on the album Crickets from Joe Nichols, just like the other song." Like Luke Combs. You ever heard of Luke Combs? He's in the modern age, yeah. So Luke Combs basically stole Joe Nichols' riff. He gave him credit for it, but The song You Got the Best of Me is the song Yeah by Joe Nichols. Like almost everything that you love about modern country comes from either Joe Nichols or Canada. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Canada has some amazing music. My friend is obsessed with it. But I'm not going to keep you guys for too long talking about country music here. Let's go back to rock.
Yeah.
All right. Scarlet Siren's got new songs that are planned out. One of them's already written or being written, and then one of them is being redone. Is that the same song that's being redone?
What?
The one the one that
Wait.
you were doing live. You were like, we're doing it live. That's what that's what Rachel said. She's like, we're doing it live. Fuck it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, there's some stuff. There's some stuff that we gotta smooth out and rewrite with it structure wise. But that was a test drive of the song to see what people would think of it.
And that's Deep Water.
And yeah, Deep Waters,
Sweet.
yeah. And it seemed to get a positive reaction.
Yeah.
But definitely there were some moments where we're like, we could make that smoother, maybe not have a stop here, just like simple little things.
We've done that with quite a few songs where, I mean, because when we first started, we had maybe like a 20-minute set, and we'd always keep getting asked to do shows that were like 30 minutes or 45 minutes. So we had to start coming up with songs faster than we were kind of expecting. Still trying to figure out like, okay, who's going to write this and who's going to write that, trying to figure that part out. So a lot of the songs that we ended up performing were pretty rushed, like actually Released to Reclaim. That one we did at Stages for the first time. We kind of were like, fuck it, we're going live. Let's do it. So it's kind of become tradition, I guess, to do that with our new stuff. So yeah.
It's great to test it live because, I mean, you're going to see the crowd's reception, and then you're going to take it in and you're going to be like, hey, they were really into this song. We should really do something to this, make it better. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. Now, here's the issue, though. You can't make it better. You've already reached perfection. And I know that's going to be an ego booster that's going to be, inflating it all the way to J-Lo's level or the Cheeks of the Weekend. But it's just, it's a super ego inflation that I give to those people that I think have that talent, think have that passion, think have that persistence to make something that sounds amazing. And, of course, Brad Bird is part of it as well. Bradbury, right? Bradbury.
Bradbury.
Bradbury. Yeah.
Have you seen? Did you ever watch the show Arrested Development?
I have not seen Arrested Development or
It's
Parks
with
and
Jason
Rec.
Bateman, and it's with anyways. So there's a lawyer that's on the show, and his name is Bob Law, and he decides to write a blog. So his name is Bob Law's Law Blog, and that just reminded me of it. So watch Arrested Development. It's on Netflix. It's hilarious.
Arrested Development, The Office, Parks and Rec. What else have I been told? Oh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
A classic.
Yep. I'm trying to get through Friends. I'm planning on going back to Friends. Allison and I have been on a horror kick for a little bit, so we got into Bates Motel. We watched all of that because we watched the Psycho series and loved it. And everything that's Ice Nine Kills related, she's getting into just so that we can listen to more music from Ice Nine Kills.
Beautiful.
That's how to get non-metal listeners into metal. That's how you do it.
Exactly. No, that's exactly how you do it. 100%.
Easy transition.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So for the final question, what is your goal for the end of the year as a band or individually?
I was.
You want to go first?
No, you go first.
Oh.
What? That was good.
At the end of the year, as a band, I would like to have Released to Reclaim out with the music video.
Nice.
Yes, that's a big one. A couple more shows under our belt. Maybe do a couple more interviews with some different people. Hopefully, maybe, which would be really cool, get on K-Cow Rocks.
Yeah.
On that metal show, dude. That would be a really big thing this year if that could happen. Like getting on the radio, that's like a dream notch.
Yeah, I agree.
Cross off the list, that's crazy. But that'd be cool. Personally, get a career because I'm on my own now. I need to make money. Yeah, but I'm doing schooling for data analytics. So if that works out, maybe like if it happens, get a license through Google and do that. And then manifestation. So that's it. What about you?
Well, Katie.
Where are you?
Back to you, Katie. So for the band, I'm kind of on the same boat as her, where I would like for Release to Reclaim to be complete, meaning we record it, we have a music video for it. I'm not gonna lie, we need to talk to Against the Sun's director. Their video, Against the Sun's new music video, Ashes, done really well. I mean, even I was watching it on the big screen, and the clarity of it, and just you have to watch it. It's really, really good. So we need to talk to them.
Yep.
So I want to do a music video. I would like to have the song recorded. I would like for us to finish Deep Waters and maybe have a couple of more songs, because we were gone for a year because we tried to work tracks and apparently couldn't do that. Rachel having the baby, Raul and Mario were in slumped. I was going through my dark night of the soul and turned into a yoga teacher, which love it, live it, excited about it. So it would be nice for us to have shows come up and have newer music to share with everybody. So song recorded, new music, getting on the radio would be really cool. Yeah, just kind of just getting us back to where we were our first year. We were really blessed and really, really, in the grand scheme of things, we were really lucky our first year. I mean, being able to do our first year and hit Chain Reaction, The Whiskey, Viper Room, House of Blues, having a really great music video done, finding a really great producer. We got really, really lucky for our first year. And it would be nice to be able to get back to that, but with newer music, considering we have so many different ideas, and Mario being new to the band. So he has a whole different idea musically to put some of that in. I think that we have a lot of really great things to share right now. So it'd be really cool by the end of the year to feel at least half of that done. I'd be happy with just the tip.
That's what she said.
Exactly.
All right. So overall, it's going to be the idea that most people in the band are excited for the new music video for, sorry, I keep forgetting the name, even though you keep saying it.
Release to Reclaim.
Release to Reclaim. And this is going to be the only one that you haven't done a music video for, right? All the other ones you have music videos for. Since I reacted to them, I should know.
No. We have two music videos. We have a lyric video where
That's
tongue
right.
is spelled incorrectly. Shout out to the guy who actually did it for us. He should have looked at it. He blamed us. Like, you have one job. I'm sorry.
The most random, interesting fact right there. He didn't spell tongue correctly.
Well, okay, all right.
What if he has dyslexia?
But that he got paid. Use the
Proofread.
Anyways, so we have two music videos. We have a lyric video. We have a visualizer, right? A visual. What is that? How you say it?
We do not have a visualizer yet.
For Shattered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But we want to have more. We want to do more music videos. Have our songs. Have us playing. We would like to have a music video with Mario in it where he's not just the lighthouse. And kind of being able to kind of explain the stories of our songs a little bit more.
Yeah.
I mean, the big thing that Raul and I also do when we write music is we try to keep it as open as possible. Like, when you listen to Borderline, you think it's about a breakup or you think it's about having family issues. It actually has, the song for me was inspired to write because I have borderline personality disorder, and going through it, it feels so not me. And it's almost like you're outside looking in and not even realizing what's happening, and you wanted to quit. So, but I didn't want to write it specifically being like, this is a mental health song. I wanted it to be something that everybody could really relate to. So, making a music video, kind of giving people more of like a visual, like, ooh, listen to the song. Like, if you can't think of what this makes you think of, then watch the video, and then it may be interpreted in a different way. So, yeah.
Absolutely love that. Also, I should have mentioned before, my friend Joe Marks, he's the one that was friends with Shaylee from Of Mice and Men. I keep saying Of Mice and Men. He also created Day Shell, that amazing side project that Shaylee was doing. But My Position, I interviewed him. He has the name My Position because he wants everybody to hear the music from their own position. Like that's the same exact mentality. It's like you want it to be perceived by the audience, not by how you write it. So it's awesome to have that open concept, and I'm really, really happy to hear that you have that thought process, because there's some people that are like, I'm the next best thing, and it's like, you probably can be if you shut up and stop saying that.
Exactly. Because really, at the end of the day, it's kind of like what I said in my last thing too, on one of my posts for Instagram, one of my rants. Nothing. We're all saying the same thing. It's really annoying when you're on Facebook and it's like, follow your dreams, or take a leap of faith, or manifest, and you're just like, okay, you know. But then you actually do the work and you actually find something that resonates with you, and you're like, oh my God, do the work. Oh, wow. Everything that they're saying, they were right about it. So just finding a new creative way to do it, which is what we're doing as musicians, is just a sneaky little way of just saying what everybody's talking about. We're all going through the same stuff, just in different paths, if you will.
Yes.
You know?
So true. Okay, so last part here, because you just brought up something amazing. For the biggest connection of all time, I'm trying to connect philosophy with humor. So here we go.
Oh my God.
Yep, this is insane. I know, this is going to be wild. All right, you were just saying that it's just those, follow your dreams, do this, blah, 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 blah. Here's how this goes.
It's darkest before the dawn.
Back in the time when, flip phones were a thing, we all had the horoscope for the day kind of application that you could use. Horoscope for the day is kind of how I see a fortune cookie. A fortune cookie can be seen in one way as a direct statement. Something is going to go well for you today. Or it's that one thing that you've always thought of and now you have the motivation to do. Or it's just a fucking cookie. That's the truth. It's like you can take it the way that you want to take it, and you can perceive it, and you can bring it all the way harder if you actually believe it. And there was one fortune cookie I got recently. I opened it up and it said, your current passion is going to thrive, or something like that. And I kept it with me, and I was like, and it had my favorite number on it, so I was like, okay, well, there's got to be a sign, right? That's God. He's telling me something from a cookie. And so that's where my idea of passion goes. It's like it has to be in the idea that it doesn't fit into reality. It doesn't fit into what you want to have as your daily life is going to be exactly structured in the way that you plan. It's going to be twists and turns. Things are going to be thrown at you, and sometimes you need that fortune cookie. Sometimes you need that motivation on your back to lift you up and get you through whatever that is. So I say, give into your horoscope, your fortune cookie, give your posts out. Don't say follow your dreams. That's so cliche, but give that advice to those people that need to hear it, because there's some people out there that will take it, and they will take it as doctrine that this is something that's going to save their life. And it actually can, depending on how it's taken.
I agree.
All right. There we go. The fortune.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right,
Sounds
Katie.
like I gotta go PF Chang's.
Right?
Yeah.
Katie, anything before we go? Because I want you to have your time in the spotlight. Like I said, this is the final part here. So I want to know what's been on your mind this whole chat.
Sorry, she always has something very interesting that she and I send reels constantly back and forth to each other, and then she gets into conspiracy theories. So when you said what's on your mind, I'm like, oh God, what is it?
What is on my mind?
Go ahead.
I'm like, actually, nothing really. I think we covered a lot. No, it was a good interview.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good game.
Good game.
Good game.
Good game, sir.
Good games.
On our Instagram, on our link tree, we do have a merch form that you can fill out and tell us what color, or first of all, what shirt you'd want, the Lighthouse shirt or the lovely shirt you're wearing. And we put down 3 different colors. So if anyone is interested in merch, that You submit that. That'll go right to our email, and we can talk through email. So it's just an easier way to contact us and know information. Also, we got a couple shows coming out. One is this Saturday on the 22nd at Bobby V's House of Metal in Anaheim. And then again in October 5th with Breaking Serenity and everyone we know that we're playing that show. That's right. We're going to be at Stages for Self-Inflicted Fest #2. And that's about it.
That's
so far right now.
The most epic thing.
Trapped. I forgot the Trapped show.
Trapped?
Trapped is in November. We're playing with Trapped at the District in Redlands. In November, also with Breaking Serenity.
Oh
so,
my
awesome.
God. Trapped, the actual band? This song
Yeah.
to take you on.
You won't get going.
I love it.
Sorry. Yeah, that band. They are going to be headlining, so that's going to be a killer show.
That is
and we're
gonna
definitely going to get footage for you, dude.
Yes, please do. I'm going to put the footage up if I have access to it. Will it be in July?
It will be in November.
November. So we're going to have another interview. That's what happens.
Oh yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, there we go.
These are the rules, guys.
Gotta get the boys back in here,
I
dude.
didn't create them. Yeah, let's let the guys back in. The boys are back in town at that point, right?
Boys back in town.
Boom. I'm just going to keep singing song titles or saying song titles. Either way, this was an amazing conversation. I hope all of you guys that listened for this entire period of time feel as awesome as you are and feel even more awesome getting some amazing merch, repping the bands that you love, repping the people that absolutely rock in the real world or in the fantasy that you need to have in order to motivate yourself to get through life. Every single bit of this conversation, doesn't matter if it's corny, doesn't matter if it's hilarious, doesn't matter if it's deep, means something. And you guys are here for only the real stuff. So thank you for giving me your time today. Thank you to Fan. Thank you to Rachel. Thank you to Katie for having another conversation. This was an absolutely amazing event in my mind. I cannot say anything else. This is just amazing. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. I hope all of you guys have a great night and stay safe out there. Peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the Media Man Dan podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to like and subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have an awesome day and stay safe out there. Peace.